At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational thought. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
Welcome back to Thinking Critical. This is Wes, and we haven't really brought the salty one on the channel for a while to talk about the worst of the week, but there's a lot of worse stuff going on this week, but we wanted to have a little bit of fun with some of the what I call CringeMania that Marvel Comics brought to YouTube with a couple of trailers. How you doing, Paley? You ready to talk about this?
Yeah. What's that smell? What do you smell?
It's got to be dog shit.
Oh man, I smell a bad comic. Oh God, it's worse than anything I've ever smelled before. This is bad. This is really bad. Oh God.
Yeah.
No, I can't get over how terrible this is. This is.
We did a worst of the week of, I think, a couple months back, where we talked about the cover for New Warriors and how terrible it looked, and we gave the characters some funny names like Diabetes and stuff like that, just joking around. And little did we know is we were not on the nose enough to be the names of these comic book characters. They released the trailer this week. It's been a phenomenon. I believe 100,000 downvotes as of yesterday.
It's getting hammered, and with good reason.
Yeah, there's been articles and everywhere. It's not just the comic book news or maybe pop culture news. Everyone's kind of picked up on this, and it's basically just a hate parade for this New Warriors trailer because of just how it feels like it's a parody about a parody, but it's a real comic book. And I think people are just shocked at just how bad this looks, and even the audience that it's supposed to be courting are offended by just how on the nose and terrible these characterizations and character names are.
And they should be, because this Kibblesmith guy, I've never seen anyone more out of touch in my life. He thinks that, this is current. This is hip. This is going to connect with the youth of today. No, he's making fun of them. He's mocking them openly. And that's what it feels like. And so I'm looking at Tumblr, and they're like, I think he's making fun of us. I think that he's just trying to take advantage of us for money. Well, sorry, sweetie. He's not going to make any money off of this, and neither is Marvel.
Nah, Marvel ain't making anything. We'll talk about that later. But let's get into these characters. We got to start with Trailblazer. We thought her name was Diabetes. Her name's Trailblazer, which is, I guess, irony isn't really lost on Daniel Kibblesmith. It looks like she probably couldn't jog a quarter of a mile. She's an obese, body positive character with a magic backpack that she inherited, from her grandpa. So she didn't even acquire the power through a noble cause or anything. That was basically given to her. Just like everything that they do with younger characters nowadays, they never earn anything. It's always given to them. And like Trailblazer, yeah, she's always jumping right in there. You can't even jump over a penny. Like,
yeah, she's blazing the trail to Baskin Robbins. It's
like,
oh my God, look at this. I mean, look at this chick. I mean, it's like, what the hell, people? What's backpack? This magical backpack she supposedly got from her grandfather. What, he buy it at like I don't know, at Dollar General or something?
You can tell it. This is Dora the Explorer, but she's a superhero now. But she's an obese, body positive superhero. This is like, but this is Fat Dora the Explorer with the magical backpack. And it's not the worst character. It's the second best one, probably.
No. It's probably one of the better ones. That's what's so sad about it. I mean, oh God, of course it's a ripoff of Alpha Flight, Shaman from Alpha Flight. I mean, it's just a beat per beat ripoff, except for the fact that he was kind of a toned and buff Native American man, and she's like a very fat Mexican, tween, not even a tween, probably probably 16 to 18 years old. She's
never worked out. That's the problem. She's never worked out. Well, never mind. She's been working out at the buffet line.
Yeah, she doesn't walk. Apparently she can't run, but she's blazing trails. I don't.
But it gets better. Should we just talk about the main event? We gotta they're just waiting there. They're staring at us, waiting for us to talk about them. Snowflake and Safespace, the twins. Safespace is a big burly guy, but he only uses his powers for defensive because he can make safe bubbles for people to stay safe in. And these are obviously the Wonder Twins, but I don't know the way they present them in some of these pictures. They look like they're more than that, like some twincest again.
Yeah,
and then Snowflake is the non-binary twin that has Snowflake's throwing stars.
Yeah, this safe space. Let's start with safe space here. What did he say? He's a stereotypical jock. I have never seen a jock that looks like that. And I think one of them kind of
what Daniel Kibblesmith thinks is a jock. Somebody that's more athletic than him.
Yeah.
Which is everybody.
I mean, they actually look more like superheroes than Trailblazer, but it is so bad, and the sexual innuendo there in that one image, it's like, obviously this is a husband and wife or domestic partner situation, and they fight crime while they love each other. No, they're brother and sister, but maybe they do fight crime while they love each other.
You would have thought Marvel would have learned from Ultimatum that people really don't like brother and sister loving.
Yeah, that's wrong. It's just wrong. And now over onto
Snowflake.
Yeah, oh God, it's so bad I can't even. My mind is in shock here. Onto Snowflake, you've got this. What he says, snowflakes are fragile, and she's turned it into something sharp. It's like there's nothing sharp there. This is dull. These are the dullest characters I've ever seen, and we've caused this. I think in a sense that we've caused this because we weren't really vocal enough about what we like and what we don't like, and we haven't really put our foot down. And now we've kind of reached this point, and.
So when you say we, are you talking about comic retailers for ordering all the bullshit that Marvel's been selling? Or you're not talking about the fans who haven't been buying it and they're just sitting in stores not being sold, right?
Right. I'm talking about the retailers. That's on us. That's on us. We've continued to order this stuff. I haven't. I've tried to stop. The only copies of any of the woke stuff anymore are what customers specifically want to order. And I don't order any extras for the shop for the wall or anything. But we're not done.
No. I got to tell you the story. I got a friend. He likes to write comic books, and he's working on a project. It's a parody project about some certain things. And one of his characters' name was Snowflake, and he actually turned it into an editor. That he was painting, and the editor came back and was like, "Listen, it's a parody comic, but this is too on the nose. Can't we work a little bit harder to get a better character name? This one's it's too perfect for what you're trying to say." It's like, you know what, you're right. I wasn't being creative enough, but Marvel Comics, it was creative enough for them. But yeah, we are done. There's another character. His name is Screentime, and I don't know what it is about Marvel's obsession with Redditors and internet subculture, but he's a Redditor who somehow got infected with this grandpa's internet gas. I assumed at first he meant inert gas, but he actually did mean internet gas because he said it twice during the trailer. And now he's connected to the internet at 24/7. Certainly not a new idea of a character connected to the internet. Johnny Mnemonic, stuff like that. But it's definitely the dumbest take on it. It's the lamest.
The internet gas, I guess, is a take on the old pulp characters where you had somebody got affected with X gas and they ended up with this superpower, or there was the reference to Captain America, that the superhero serum was transferred by some type of gas, and that's an old trope. It's been in comics for a long time. It's just internet gas. And the whole thing about being connected to the internet all the time, what he thinks, is he a genius? He seems to think so. No, he'd be repeating the same stupid crap that's on the internet already. It's hooked up to Google. How many times is Google wrong? He's trying to imply that the internet is all wise and only spouts the truth when No, there's as much crap on the internet and falsehood as there is truth. So you just
this
have
idiot's
somebody-
probably going to Snopes looking for the right answer. Come on.
Oh, yeah, that's just no, it's bad. It's bad.
Yeah, I guess we should talk about the best character, the one that actually kind of makes the most sense. And the name isn't even all that terrible. B negative, the goth vampire,
Right.
Zoomer tween character.
Yeah, this is like the only character I think that would actually pass muster, as far as the editors were really paying attention. But, just the proximity of decency is not enough to validate this character when looked at as, as the whole group as a whole. I mean, he's basically a carbon copy of Morbius as a teenager.
Mhm.
And that's fine. That's great.
Perfect.
Put him in the Night Stalkers or something like that. Maybe work on his origin a little
Teen
bit.
Titans.
Yeah. Well, Marvel, not DC, but put him in the
Champions.
yeah, there you go. He could be a decent Champions character. That's fine. And it was funny. Did he actually give a gender? Did he, or is it one of those where he's trying to play fast and loose with pronouns?
Now that's only on Snowflake. I'm pretty sure this is a dude.
Okay. So, but yeah, this is definitely the better of the best of all the characters. But that's like kind of saying that this is the least smelly pile of crap compared to all the others. So
The bar was basically set on the floor, so it wasn't exactly hard to scale it. You know what I mean?
Well, okay, I'm going to defend this for a second. Let's kind of pull back for a second. I'm going to defend this a little bit. And we've talked about for years and years that Marvel likes to take existing characters and change them. This is something completely different. They've completely fabricated these characters from whole cloth as who they are, as woke warriors. And okay, I think that's better. Even though this is terrible, at least this is new characters that he's doing this with, and they're not adulterating existing characters to perpetuate this crap. So I guess in that sense, this is better. What do you think?
Well, that is definitely the glasses hat full, mentality for about this. I don't think this comic will ever see the light of day. I don't think it's ever going to
Probably not. Probably not. I think that the reaction
between the reaction and the current things that are happening, I don't think this will ever come out. And there'll be videos of us making fun of it, a comic that never happened, and maybe in 10 years they'll release it as a joke. Be like, I can't believe we almost made this.
I don't think it's the negative reaction from the normal readers and the existing fan base.
It's the negative reaction for everybody on the planet.
Yeah, it's the woke people. Their reaction.
Well, those are the ones I'll listen to. Yes.
Yeah, those are the people they're going to listen to the most, and
because they offended the wrong people. So with me, you just offended my sense of taste. With them, that you offended their sense of feelings, and that's now you gotten out of bounds, Marvel. You got to rein it back in.
Yeah, the people that actually buy comics, offending them, well, they've been doing that for a decade or more now anyway.
I do not think this comic will ever come out. I do think the next one we got to talk about, Children of the Atom. That trailer also came out. Definitely not as cringe as New Warriors.
No.
But certainly cringe in its own right. I don't know what it is about Marvel and DC and everybody wanting to try and channel what they think Zoomers are, because they seem so woefully out of touch, and they just make themselves look really stupid.
Well, I think if they actually looked at the demographics and they looked at the polls, they're doing a lot of polls now of the people, the Zoomer generation, and they're the most conservative generation since like the silent generation. That was, pre-World War II. And I think that a lot of this is, one, they're just not in touch with what's going on. This is normal. And two, if they are in touch, and they do know, they're in denial. So
absolutely in denial. They don't realize that Zoomers think millennials are lame as fuck, just like Gen Xers do.
Exactly. They're lame, awful, terrible. They don't like them. They don't like their own parents, and and who really gets
They're
along
lazy
with their
bums.
parents?
They're good for nothing. Everyone sees it.
Yep, exactly.
Unless you're a millennial viewer of my channel, then you're the best. You're the outlier. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Viewers. We've got great viewers, and there's some really cool people out there, and we get a lot of hate on comments too. But shit, people, this is Children of the Atom. I watched it and I was like, well, and this shows how desensitized I become to bad content, that I go, what? Oh, this isn't as bad as it could be. And what I should really be thinking is, holy shit, this is awful, and it needs to be destroyed.
Like, one of them has a TikTok, one of them's got a Fitbit, one of them's the manager for the mutant subreddit is like, oh my goodness, is like, can you hit every cliche thing? Can you hit every negative thing that you think about this entire generation and why you don't?
Absolutely.
Like,
it's awful. I mean, this is, well, like I said, this is just out of touch. Marvel's out of touch. They've been that way for a long time. DC is just as bad now. I mean, holy shit. If any of these companies survive this coming depression, Great Recession, whatever that we're in right now, if any of them survive, it won't be for making comics like this. We may not even have them in a year or two, and if this is the kind of stuff that they're going to be making, then we're just better off with them gone.
Yeah, I mean, back issues are still there. Like, I don't need new comic books to be a happy comic reader. And if what new comics are Children of the Atom and New Warriors, then I don't want them either.
Yeah, just let it die. If this is all they're going to make, then just let it die. Let the new comics industry die, and just maybe somebody will get the IPs later on and do something better with them.
But yeah, I think the new mutant sidekicks appear to be DOA. This might set the new bar as far as interest in a new title for X-Men. I don't hear anyone excited about this. Yeah. I've talked to you. I've talked to a couple other people that own shops. I got another guy that orders for a couple of shops, and nobody's ordering these comics. Nobody's put them on their pulls. Not even the people that have X Factor on their pull list have Children of the Atom on their pull list.
Yeah, the people that even buy New Mutants and that are buying New Mutants and Marauders, and they're not even talking about this. So
unfortunately, I am quite certain that Children of the Atom will come out because it's part of the Dawn of X line, and I just can't see Marvel offending Vita Ayala. It's
another thing about
protected class right there.
People. Yeah, not
Daniel Kibblesmith. You can put him on the chopping block. He's just a moronic, white dude.
He's a white male. He's a white male, so yeah.
You can't be doing that with the other people.
No. Santa Amanat wouldn't let that happen.
Well, I don't think anybody would let that happen. That's just mean, Pele.
No. Ooh, God, no. Offensive.
All right. I'm tired of talking about these fucking stupid comics. We'll put the video out. I know everyone already had a video. Whatever. This is what we had to say. They look like dog shit. There's no way New Warriors coming out. Children of the Atom will come out. No one will notice, and if no one reads a comic, did it ever really exist anyway?
No, it didn't. It just turned into birdcage lining.
Well, it's a good thing everyone needs toilet paper these days, because we got some new toilet paper coming on the way, and it's going to be very expensive.
Yeah, don't chap your ass with these comics, people. Go buy real TP.
If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like. I would appreciate it very much. It helps us attract more views for the channel. Subscribe for future commentary, comic book news, and reviews. And don't forget to ring the bell for notifications. If you want to talk comics, movies, and much, much more, you can follow me on Twitter at Wes_from_TC. With that, Salamat Po, and I'm out.